All right. While the referees are getting autographs, let's find out who tonight's stars are. This afternoon's stars. We'll start with St. Cecilia Academy. Very well, Vaughn sisters. Love hearing that. First starter for the Scarabs, number 0, Adeline Brault. Number 1, Dalton Ball. Number 5, Haley Lynch. Number 10, Grayson Mondelli. And number 25, Mia Galassini. And now the starting lineups for the USN Tigers. A junior girl, number 5, Uma Peters. A senior forward, number 15, Josie Wheeler. A senior guard, number 24, Kate Vaughn. A freshman guard, number 32, Elizabeth Ray. And a junior guard, number 4, Yvonne Thomas. The Tigers are head coached by Carson Olsen, assisted by Carl Flamer and China Ward.
A very good afternoon to all of you out there joining us for this afternoon's basketball games. Leading off with a tremendous matchup between the Tigers of USN, of course, and the Scarabs of St. Cecilia in the familiar all-red uniforms, Tigers in the all-white. We're ready to jump it up. It's going to be Josie Whelan for USN against Mondelli for SCA. And the Scarabs have the opening tip. Moving from our left to our right, Uma going for a steal, nearly had it. It's batted out of bounds off of Uma, so the Scarabs will keep it. Mondelli to throw it in, calling out the offense. Three-pointer on the way from Mondelli, and she's got it. That opens the scoring. Scarabs out in front, 3-0. Uma Peters with the basketball, fires it over to Kate Vaughn. Kate one dribble, sends it back to Uma. Uma looking for a screen from Josie, has it poked away, but gets it back. Now here's Elizabeth. Over to Kate, trying to get it to Yvonne down low. It's batted away, and the Scarabs have it with Mondelli working up the left sideline. Now dribbling into the middle. She crosses over to the right side, steps through, and was fouled. Thought a traveling call was coming, or perhaps a double dribble, but they're going to say that there was a little bit too much contact from Elizabeth there, and so she gets her first foul of the afternoon. Mondelli gets it into Dalton Vaughn, and it's fired out of bounds, but deflected by USN, so the Scarabs will keep it. Coach Olsen looking bemused over on the sideline. He didn't see the deflection. Mondelli to throw it in, lobs it in to Galassini. She lobs up a shot, and it's no good. Josie Whelan clears the rebound, tries to step out of 3 Scarabs, and she can't do it. It's tied up, and the alternate possession this time favors the Tigers. Yvonne shoves it into Elizabeth. Gets it over to Uma. Uma back to the top of the circle. Looks like a zone defense here for the Scarabs. We'll see how the Tigers decide to attack it. Josie over to Elizabeth. Elizabeth gets to the elbow, puts up a runner, no good, but she's fouled by Galassini. So she now stands at the line to shoot 2. 6:46 left, opening quarter. USN trails 3-0. Make it 3-1.
That's our first team's first. Elizabeth Crane at the line for 2.
And the shooter gets the roll on the second one, so Tigers cut into the deficit. Trailing now 3-2. Dalton Vaughn with the basketball, lobs it to Galassini down low, but too high, and Kate comes away with it, but she dribbled it on the baseline, so the Scarabs get it back. Mondelli to throw it in. Gets it up high to Brault. Brault gets it right back to Mondelli. That's been their MO on the inbounds plays thus far. Offensive rebound by Galassini, and the putback is good. So SCA restores their lead to 3 points, and they set up a press. Elizabeth looks to break that press, lobs it over to Uma on the opposite side. Uma can't get to the sideline, instead crosses back into the middle. She's trying to get over to the right sideline where she's cut off, and it's going to be a 10-second call. So the Tigers turn it over, and the Scarabs have it back. Brault handling the basketball just outside the three-point circle, gets to Mondelli. She traveled. Yeah, you can see the pivot foot shuffling anyway. So the Tigers get it back. 6:06 left, opening quarter, 5-2 the score. Here's Elizabeth Crane now, working against a high-pressure defense in the half court, and she got fouled by Brault. Not the sort of foul a coach would like to see. Meanwhile, on the other side, Coach Olson, likewise, a little bit discouraged with the way the Tigers attacked that high half-court defense. Elizabeth hands off to Kate. Kate over to Uma. Uma over to Yvonne. It's batted out of bounds by Mondelli, and the Tigers will keep it. Scarab still sitting in the 2-3 zone. Exchange of passes around the perimeter. Uma tries to throw it along the baseline, but it's taken away by Mondelli. Mondelli sprinting up the right side. Kate's there to cut her off. They fire it over to Brault. No, excuse me. That's Lynch. She tried a three. It was no good. The ball's knocked out of bounds by Yvonne Thomas, they say. And so the Scarabs keep it.
On screen, on screen.
Galassini throws it up. No good. Here comes USN the other way. Elizabeth Crane trying to split everybody, but she dragged that pivot foot behind her. And so it's a turnover. Score remains 5-2. Scarabs look to extend that lead. Here's Lynch with the ball, guarded well by Elizabeth Crane. Long two-pointer for Mondelli is on the way. It's off to the right, no good. Put back by Galassini is no good. She's going to try again. She misses again, but now Dalton Vaughn with it. She comes up short, and the ball's into the arms of Elizabeth Crane. Motion is called out by the coach, the players, and the bench. Uma to the foul line, trying to split everybody. A little scoop shot is blocked by Galassini out of bounds. So the Tigers keep it. Throwing it in from under the offensive goal is Kate Vaughn. Gets it to Josie wide open, and the layup just off the mark, no good. Dalton Vaughn with a rebound. Trying to get around Uma, she does, and the shot is no good, but she drew a foul, and so she'll go to the line for two.
Fouls on number 5, Uma Peters with first.
Margaret McKay and Tessa Chomsky on one knee at the scorer's table, ready to check in. As Dalton's first free throw is good. USN's lead now 6-2. Yvonne and Kate to the bench for the moment. 4:36 left, opening quarter. USN trailing St. Cecilia 6-2. Second free throw is good as well. So it's a 5-point lead. And the Scarabs are in the press. They get it to Margaret in the middle. Margaret's looking for Josie. The pass was deflected, but did get there. Now Josie throws it over to Uma. Uma's cut off. Back to Josie. Josie with the ball fake. Kicks it back out. Uma's going to try a three from the baseline. And she's got it! The first field goal of the afternoon for USN is a three-pointer for Uma Peters. And that cuts the St. Cecilia lead down from 5 points to 2 at 7-5. Trying to answer is Mondelli, and she does. She's been a problem for USN thus far tonight. Tigers do a good job breaking the press. Tessa pulls up for three, too strong. Can she get her own rebound? It's batted up in the air and traveling was brought. So Tigers were not able to secure the offensive rebound, but will keep the possession. Tigers trail 9-5 just inside the halfway point of the first quarter. 3:55 now and running. Elizabeth with the basketball. Gets it over to Tessa. Tessa thinks about launching again, pulls it back instead. They get it to Margaret. Back out to Tessa. Here's a three-pointer. Just off the back iron. No good. Galasini clears the rebound and outlets to Vaughn. Here's Mondelli getting it over to Lynch. Lynch looking to find Maya Kedji in the post. Can't get it to her. The ball caroms out of bounds. Last touch by Crane. And so the Scarabs keep it. Mondelli shuttles it to Vaughn in the backcourt. Gets it back. Tries a deep three. Well short. And Scarabs are unable to save it, so the Tigers will get it back. Scarabs back in the press. A 2-2-1 pressure look. Tigers looking to get the ball into the middle. Now they get it over to the sideline. Josie has it in the middle of the floor. Well done by the Tigers breaking the press. Here's Uma. Gets it back to Tessa. Tessa looking things over. Gets it back to Uma. Uma's going to try another three. And she's back-to-back three-pointers for the great Uma Peters. And that makes it the narrowest it's been since the first field goal of the game. 1 point margin now. St. Cecilia out in front 9-8. They exchange some passes around the perimeter. They get it down low to Amaya Kechi. She tries a turnaround shot, and she's got it. Scarabs leading now 11-8. Here's Elizabeth. High pass to Margaret. Pass is received there. She has her pass deflected by Galasini, and the Scarabs come away with it, and they're going to get a foul on Elizabeth, which will be her second foul of the first quarter. Let's see if Coach Olson leaves her in the game. She brings in a substitute right now.
Her second, team's third.
Olivia Hess does check in, but she replaces Josie, so Elizabeth remains on the floor for the moment. Scarab basketball with a 3-point lead. Clock running, 2:25 left in the first quarter. Here's Lynch. Lynch to Galasini at the elbow. Throws it over to Vaughn on the other side. She launches. Too strong, no good. Ball's batted up in the air. Lynch has it. Her putback is no good. And Tessa brings down the rebound. She outlets to Uma. Uma crosses back towards the middle of the floor. Over to Tessa. Tessa to Elizabeth. Flashing up is Olivia Hess. They can't get it to her. Instead, it's Tessa. Now Margaret flashing to the foul line. She catches it there. Back to Elizabeth on the outside. Elizabeth drives, kicks it out to Uma for three. Just off, no good. Mondelli hustling the other way for the Scarabs. Working against Uma. Uma goes to the floor. They kick it out to Dalton Vaughn. Dalton tries a three. No good. Rebound by Lynch. Put back. Does not get the roll. Amaya Keji with a rebound. She is tied up on the way up, so it's going to be a jump ball. Scarabs will keep it on the alternate possession. Kate Vaughn checks back in, replacing Elizabeth. Here's Mondelli to throw it in on each of these inbounds plays thus far. She's received the pass right out of it. Instead, this time Lynch wide open, knocks down the 18-footer from the baseline, extending the SCA lead to 5 points. They're trying to trap Uma. What a great job splitting the defenders. They throw a skip pass to Tessa on the opposite side. She's going to try a three. High arcing shot just off the back iron. No good. SCA settles things down as we approach the final minute of the opening quarter. Mondelli is going to try another deep three. This one went halfway down but spun out. Rebound still loose on the floor. Tessa has it. Here comes USN the other way. Tessa over to Margaret. Margaret to Uma. Uma working against Mondelli. Now Kate has it. Kate over to Margaret McKay. Fires it down low to Olivia. Olivia tries to free herself, and she is fouled. The foul is on Galasini, which is her second of the first quarter, and the team's third. That brings Cox to the scorer's table, and she will replace Galasini. 41.3 left, first quarter. Tigers trail by 5. Wide open underneath is Margaret McKay, and she's got the layup to go. There is a whistle which brings the gym to silence. Someone says, "What?" audibly, and play resumes. SCA 13, USN 10. Pass is deflected and wrested away by Olivia Hess. Tigers may look to play for the last shot here. Well, it's not the typical USN way. We'll see what they do. Yes, indeed. Tessa launches. Missed everything. Margaret with a great save. But they say she's out of bounds. So the Scarabs have it with 13-6. Coach Olson calling for a full court man-to-man defense. Trying to force a turnover here, see if we can get one more possession. Mondelli has it. Lobs it forward to Vaughn. Vaughn gets to the baseline. Olivia looks to cut her off. Running bank shot, no good with 6 seconds. Clock running now with 4 seconds. Can the Tigers get a shot off? Uma launches. It is blocked by Mondelli, and the first quarter comes harmlessly to an end. Your score through 8 minutes of basketball. St. Cecilia 13, USN 10. Both sides had plenty of good looks at the basket, and both sides shot reasonably well in that first quarter. Coach Olson, I don't know if the microphone is picking him up. You can hear him quite clearly up here due to the silence of the gym, but he's preaching boxing out, talking about how the Scarabs have a height advantage, and the Tigers can't just be standing straight up to get rebounds. They have to be boxing out effectively to secure the rebounds and prevent the Scarabs from extending the possessions. Silence amplifies the tension in the gymnasium, both sides feeling like they can get a win in this game. And what a great way it would be to end regular season play with a victory. Tigers break the huddle at the close of the interquarter timeout. The scoreboard is restored to 8 minutes of time. Tiger basketball to start the second quarter. They trail 13-10. Motion is the call. Vaughn knocks the pass out of bounds. Tigers will keep it. Here's Tessa. Gets it to Kate. Kate over to Uma. Margaret calling for it at the foul line. Doesn't get it. Instead gets it outside the three-point line. Over to Kate. Kate's cut off by Mondelli. Spinning and throwing it out to Peters. Over to Margaret. Margaret with a skip pass to Kate. Kate with a long two-pointer. Does not get it to go. The rebound caroms towards the baseline. Nearly out of bounds for Vaughn. It's into the hands of Hess. Over to Kate. Kate to Uma. Uma to Tessa. Tessa's got a good look at a three. She lets one go. No good. Margaret fighting for the rebound. Can she get it? Yes! And she throws it back out to Tessa. Here's Uma against the high zone. Tessa tries again. This one doesn't go either. Margaret gets a hand on the rebound, but it's into the hands of Amaya Keji. And the Scarabs have it back. 3-point lead. Mondelli, she tried to find Cox. Pass never got there, but the loose ball went into her hands anyway. Amaya Keji with an offensive rebound and putback doesn't get it. Margaret fighting for the rebound, and she is tied up. I thought she had clear possession. She might get a foul call there, but it was not to be. Instead, Scarab basketball. Mondelli to throw it in. From under the offensive basket. She gets it to Vaughn. She's open again. They've hurt the Tigers with that play. Cox with an offensive rebound and putback short. No good. Kate's trying to tie it up, and she does. This time, the possession arrow points from our right to our left, meaning Tiger basketball. Here's Uma. Wide open is Olivia underneath, but the layup was too strong. Olivia went to the floor. Now has to sprint back on defense. Dalton Vaughn open. You could hear the sound of something slapping on something else. Sounded like it might have been flesh rather than ball. but a foul call was not forthcoming, and the Tigers have it back. Score remains 13-10 as it was at the end of the first quarter. We are a minute and a half into the second quarter. Uma's got another look at a three. Can she make another? Ooh, how did it not go down? It was halfway down and rattled out. So the Scarabs get it back. It's Dalton Vaughn. Dalton to Mondelli in the high post. She spins back out. High pass over to Cox. Cox tries a three. Nearly got it to go. Sprinting into the front court is Kate Vaughn. Nothing there. She's going to pull it down. Gets it to Margaret. Margaret over to Uma. Uma gets it to Kate. Uma gets it back. Looking to attack the baseline. Pulls up at the baseline. Her shot gets the rim. And the hot shooting of Uma Peters continues. The Tigers deficit back down to 1. Cox tries again from the baseline. This is too strong, and Olivia clears it. Crisp outlet to Uma Peters on the right side. She's got Tessa. Tessa gets to the elbow. She shoots, and she's fouled on the perimeter by Brown. So Tessa will go to the line. Chance to take the lead for USN. It would be their first lead of the afternoon. First free throw is short. Score remains 13-12. There is a discussion. The St. Cecilia coach dislikes something about the way the free throw was taken. Tessa is being awarded 3 shots for reasons I don't understand. I have no idea what's going on. Tessa missed a free throw. She then shot 2 more free throws. Missed them. Made the 3rd one, and that is the 4th one, which is no good. Mondelli had to save the rebound. It went into the hands of Amaya Kedji. So Scarabs with the ball in a tie game, driving is Mondelli. Her pull-up is too strong, and Uma's got the rebound for the moment, but it's wrested away by Brault. Scarabs get it back. Mondelli working against Kate Vaughn. Good help defense. Cox over on the baseline, looking for some help. Her pass is out to Mondelli. She tries a deep 3. It's no good. Margaret does a great job boxing out and getting the rebound. That'll make Coach Al Olson proud, I'm sure. It was the entirety of the timeout after the first quarter he was talking about box outs and rebounds. Olivia was calling for it down low. She was open for a moment. Instead, the Tigers turn it over. Lynch comes away with it. Outlets the ball to Brault. And here comes St. Cecilia the other way. Wide open is Lynch. Her three-pointer is headed to the corner. Kate saves it and gets it to Tessa. Tessa to Margaret. Margaret snaps it forward to Olivia Hess. Olivia at the elbow tries a pass, but it's swatted in the opposite direction by Mondelli. Here come the Scarabs. Mondelli to the foul line. Pulls up. Her shot is good. And that breaks the tie. 15-13. St. Cecilia back in front. Tigers looking to answer. They get it to Kate at the foul line. Kate down low to Olivia. Great pass in the layup this time. So the Tigers answer right back, tying the score at 15. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in the first half. Tigers settle into the familiar matchup zone defense. Margaret intercepts the entry pass to Amaya Kedji, and here comes USN the other way. Chance to take their first lead. Uma to Tessa, Tessa to Kate. Kate tries a 3. No. Came up short. Mondelli gets the ball to Brault. Back to Mondelli. Tigers defending her all the way out. She's shown that she's comfortable shooting from very deep. But the Scarabs turn it over.
Alternate substitutions for both teams.
Josie, Elizabeth, and Yvonne all check in for USN.
Thomas.
15-15 game, 3 minutes, 11 seconds left in the first half. Tigers continue to work against the zone. They get it to Yvonne at the foul line. She's open. She lets it go. Her shot is off the backboard, off the back of the rim as well. No good. And the quick jump ball is called. This time, possession goes to SCA. Vaughn with the basketball, gets it to Mondelli. She's greeted by Peters. Brault gets it to Lynch, but the pass is off her hands and into the hands of Peters. Over to Elizabeth. Nearly got to the sideline, but Elizabeth saved it. Now Josie at the foul line. She tries a shot. It was partially blocked, I believe, by Brault, and the Tigers will keep it. Tigers had a nice look off the previous inbounds play. They've got another one here. Crane shot doesn't quite go down, and the Scarabs clear the rebound. Brault gets it to Vaughn. Vaughn finds Galassini. Vaughn gets it back, tries a long two, no good. Offensive rebound by Brault, but Elizabeth tied it up. Oh no, I believe there's going to be a foul call on Elizabeth, which will be her third.
Fouls at number 32, Elizabeth Crane, her third, team's first in the second quarter.
She remains on the floor for the moment. Mondelli throws it in. Mondelli gets it back. Tries to free herself. Got a decent look at it, but it lingered on the rim for a moment, but didn't go down. Now she's got it back. She looks to attack the baseline. Pulls up. Shot too strong, no good. Yvonne fighting for the rebound, and she's got it, and she's fouled by Mondelli.
Fouls at number 10, Grace Mondelli, her first, team's second.
Maddie checks in for her first, actually, and she will replace Kate Vaughn. Clock running with 1:45 left in the first half. 15-15 the score. Elizabeth over on the wing, looking to get the ball a little bit closer to the basket. No one open. Now Uma's free. Uma pulls up from 15 feet, and she scores again.
Basket's good for Peters.
Uma is on fire thus far tonight, and the Tigers have their first lead at 17-15. Can she get a steal? It's loose on the floor into the hands of Mondelli. Mondelli over to Vaughn. Mondelli has it back, thinks about a shot, instead puts it on the floor, gets the elbow, puts up a runner, too strong, rebound, is pulled down by Brault, I believe, yes, and she scores that, ties the game at 17. Inside a minute now. Yvonne catches at the foul line, open was Josie for a moment, they couldn't get it to her. Instead it's Uma. Uma over to Maddie, Maddie thinks about a shot, goes to the floor, she was fouled by Dalton.
Fouls at number 1, Dalton Vaughn, her first, team's third. Kate Vaughn back in for Tigers.
46.5 left, first half. Tigers will throw it in from the sideline. Yvonne gets it to Kate. Kate gets it back to Yvonne. Josie posting up. So they call another quick jump ball call. Possession arrow points towards USN. Kate, good patience, gets it to Yvonne, gets it back. She tries a three, it's gonna be short, no good. Mondelli with a rebound. Clock running 30 seconds. They get it over to Brault. Brault back to Mondelli. Mondelli tries a three, missed everything out of bounds. SCA showing press briefly, but they come back out of it. Uma walks it up slowly. Tigers in no rush here. They may play for the last shot. Good screen from Josie. Over to Maddie. Maddie's got it. Yvonne's got it in the post. Yvonne tries to get to the baseline. Now spins back to the middle. Left-hander, no good. Offensive rebound. Josie, the putback is no good. With 2 seconds, can Mondelli get a shot up? She does. It's no good. And the first half comes
Score
to
at
an end.
halftime, St. Cecilia.
And what a half it was.
was! 17.
From 16 minutes of basketball.
To start the second half.
USN 17, St. Cecilia 17. The next 16 minutes will decide it, and we hope to have you with us for those 16 minutes. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back in 10 minutes with the second half. You won't want to miss it. Welcome back to Sperling Gymnasium for the second half of this afternoon's game between the USN Tigers and the Scarabs of SCA. Score is 17-17, halfway through the game. Both sides switch ends. USN will now be headed from left to right. St. Cecilia from right to left. And it will be Scarab basketball to start the third quarter. Scarabs throw it in, and we are underway here in the second half. They try to lob it down low to Galassini. She's got it. Yvonne might have gotten a piece of that shot from behind. And we've got a foul call. That was called a jump ball every single time in the first half. Now we've got a foul being called on Yvonne.
Fouls on Vaughn Thomas for first, teams first.
Mondelli looks to throw it in. Gets it to Vaughn. Vaughn tries a 15-footer. No. Galassini with a rebound over Kate Vaughn, and her putback is good. So that opens the scoring of the second half. St. Cecilia now with a 2-point lead. They look to pressure the Tigers. Tigers get it to Josie in the middle. That breaks the press. Here's Kate trying a long two. Off to the right, no good. Rebound is being tied up. And Elizabeth does well to contest it. That'll give the Tigers another possession. Kate to Yvonne. Yvonne to Uma. Uma to Elizabeth. Ooh, her pass was deflected and the Scarabs take it away. Sprinting is Brawl. Elizabeth tries to cut her off. She does. Bank shot, no good. Uma tips the rebound into the hands of Josie. And here's Elizabeth. Working with 3 fouls. Uma Peters gets it back to Elizabeth. She gets it to Josie in the high post. Josie throws it out to Vaughn. Kate Vaughn pulls up from 15 feet, comes up short. Josie with the offensive rebound. Throws it out to Elizabeth. Elizabeth drives the lane. Throws up the one-hander. She got it to go. Great finish from Elizabeth Crane. Ties the score at 19. Scarabs look to answer now. They get it to Galassini down low. Throws it out to Vaughn. They're moving around the perimeter. It's Mondelli. She gets to the baseline. Tries a runner. Couldn't get it to go. Yvonne tips the rebound into the arms of Mondelli. Her shot came up short, and we've got a foul on St. Cecilia. The foul is on Mondelli.
Fouls on number 10, Grayson Mondelli. That's her second, teams first.
She didn't like the call, but so it is. Now we see a little bit of a delayed pressure look here. Tigers break it nicely. It's Kate Vaughn. She throws it back out to Uma. Uma gets away from Dalton, gets it to Kate. Kate to Yvonne. Yvonne gets free on the baseline. Her shot doesn't get the roll. It's swatted out of bounds by Josie Whelan, and the Scarabs get it back. Score remains tied at 19. Dalton Vaughn looking things over. Settles on Mondelli. Uma hounding her all the way. Pass is taken away by Josie Whelan. Yvonne looking up, nobody home. Instead, throws it to Josie. Josie gets it back into the hands of Uma. Cries of shooter ring out from the Scarab bench. Uma's had a great many points in the first half, and they certainly hope she has fewer in the second. Dalton pokes it into the backcourt. Tigers will keep it. Elizabeth calls out the offense. Yvonne looks to set a high screen, but she was moving. So that is a turnover.
Number 44, Vaughn Thomas, her second, team second. Margaret again.
Margaret checks in for Yvonne. Yvonne with just 2 fouls, so not in any serious danger, but Margaret replaces her for the time being. Nice little give and go action. Brault shot is too strong. Josie's got it. We might have numbers here. Here's Uma. She settles it down instead. Margaret settles in at the foul line. Tigers look to break the zone defense. They get it to Josie at the high post. Margaret calls for it. They can't get it to her. Now they're going to get it back to Margaret. Kate running the baseline. Her pass is deflected, but it gets to her. Kate from the baseline. He likes to throw it to Elizabeth, back to Margaret. Margaret back out. Now Elizabeth's got it again at the baseline, trying to free herself. Nothing there. Uma's going to try a three. Off to the right, no good. Kate crashing in for the rebound, but they're going to call her for a foul. Amaya Kedji had position.
Foul is called on Kate Vaughn, her first, team's third.
Foul is Kate's first. Score remains tied at 19. Here's Mondelli. Mondelli to Dalton Vaughn, excuse me. Shot off to the left, no good. Amaya Kedji's offensive rebound and putback is no good, and there's going to be a foul, which I believe is being called a shooting foul. That foul's on Kate Vaughn, which is her second in quick succession. Sends Brault to the line for two. First is perfect.
Olivia Hess back in for the Tigers.
Scarabs regain a 1-point lead. Second free throw is off the back of the rim, no good. Uma comes away with it. Exchanges a couple of passes with Elizabeth. Brault with her all the way. Tries a deep three. Off to the left, no good. Josie tries to keep it in, and she does. Here's Elizabeth back to Margaret. Margaret fires it down low to Olivia, but it never got there. Here's Mondelli, and her pass was to two players at the same time, and the confusion results in a turnover. Just inside the halfway mark now of the third quarter, Tigers by a single point. Coach Olson calls for time. It will be a full timeout. St. Cecilia leads the Tigers 20-19.
Full timeout called by USN Girls.
Little ambient noise is played to drown out the coach's words. In a quiet gymnasium, each side can easily hear what the other is saying. Tiger basketball coming out of the timeout. 20-19 is the Scarab lead. They get it to Elizabeth inside the lane. And now we've got a turnover. Mondelli crashes into the official. The Scarab faithful can't stand it. And I can certainly understand their frustration. Tigers instead have it back. Olivia frees herself in the lane. The runner is no good. She's got her own rebound. The putback is no good. And coming away with it is Lynch. She outlets to Vaughn. Vaughn now sprinting down the floor, tries to put up a runner, and she's got it. Nicely done by Dalton Vaughn. And just like that, SCA is back 3 points clear, 22-19. They try to trap Elizabeth, but she gets around it. Great pass from from Olivia, underneath to Josie Whelan, and the Tigers answer. 22-21, St. Cecilia out in front. Here's Mondelli, ran without the basketball, and they're going to call a jump ball. Coach Olson incensed over on the Tiger sideline as well. He might be. That certainly was Olivia's ball. Barely was it contested, but they call it a contested ball. And so the Scarabs get it back. Mondelli to throw it in, lobs it up high. Brault catches it. Gets it over to Lynch. Lynch guarded by McKay. Her pass is going to be stolen by Elizabeth. Elizabeth trying to beat Mondelli to the basket. Can she do it? the Tigers are out in front, 23-22. The bench takes up a chant of defense. They throw it down low to Lynch. High pass to Cox. Cox throws it to Amaya Keji. Olivia straight up defends it. They call her for traveling. Yes, great defense by Olivia Hess, forcing the turnover. And she breathes a sigh of relief. 2:23 left, third quarter. 23-22, USN with the narrowest of leads. Uma catches at the elbow. Throws it behind her to Elizabeth Crane. She tries a three short. Can she get to the rebound? She got a hand on it, but it fell instead to Lynch. Now Mondelli walks it up. Greeted right across half court by Josie Whelan. Calasini has it, and the Scarabs call for time. 1 minute 55 seconds left, third quarter. USN presently enjoys a 23-22 lead. Everyone remains on their feet for the 30 seconds. Tigers have scored the last 4. And perhaps the Scarabs, sensing the magnitude of this possession, call for time. On the one hand, they can conceivably regain the lead, and on the other, they could give the Tigers the ball back with a chance to grow their lead, which currently stands at 1 point. Mondelli with the basketball. Tessa Chomsky right there with her. She simply threw it out of bounds. Miscommunication with Cox. And so that's a turnover that the Tigers will be very glad to have, and they now additionally have a chance to extend that 1 point lead. Here's Elizabeth Crane. Gets a great screen from Olivia. Finds Uma. Oh, did she do it? What a great effort to get that to the rim. Didn't quite go down. I thought she was going to get it. Mondelli being swarmed by Tessa Chomsky near half court. Great job. Tigers doing a lot of the little things well. Great screens and defense from Olivia. Great defense right there from Tessa Chomsky. Tigers desperately want to get this win, and the next 9.5 minutes will decide it. We've got a foul on Margaret McKay, and it is the 5th foul on USN, so that will send the Scarabs to the line. Galasini will shoot 2. I sort of miss the old 1-and-1. Let us know in the comments of this great YouTube stream if you would like to see the 1-and-1 brought back, or if you like 2 free throws all the way. Galasini makes 1 of 2, and the game is tied. They say the rebound is out of bounds off of Margaret McKay, so the Scarabs get another possession in a tied game. Cox mishandled the inbounds pass and then committed a foul. Margaret had position. Tiger basketball as Dalton Vaughn kneels at the scorer's table to resume her place on the floor, replacing Cox. Elizabeth gets the ball to Peters, and 75 seconds left in the third period. Elizabeth catches at the elbow, tries to find space, can't do it. Instead, dishes off to Olivia. Her shot was just a little bit too strong, couldn't get it to go. Down now to a minute in the third. Here's Brault up the right sideline. Gets the ball to Mondelli. Mondelli tries to drive. That's going to be an offensive foul. You can see her extend the elbow. Yes. Great foul. That is the third on Mondelli. The fans to my left didn't care for the call, but you could see it plainly up here. 45 seconds now. Going for a steal is Mondelli and knocks it out of bounds, but the Tigers keep it. Uma will throw it in. Elizabeth receives the inbounds pass, gets it to Margaret at the high post. Uma catches a pass, guarded there by Mondelli. Elizabeth to Margaret. Margaret over to Tessa. Tessa mishandled it slightly, picks it up, gets it. Now Margaret's got in the high post, back to Tessa for three. Just short, no good. Dalton Vaughn with a rebound. Clock running with 24 seconds. Mondelli gets it down low, and Galassini's wide open. Her layup is good. Scarabs are super lead. It's a 2-point lead with 12 seconds. Now they've got a pressure defense. Tessa's got it with 8. She's going to try a three. It's too strong. Can Margaret save it? She does. It gets to Dalton with 2 seconds. I don't think the Scarabs will get a shot off. And they might as well not have. That concludes the third quarter. Your score: St. Cecilia 25, USN 23. And we're down now to the final 8 minutes. And what an 8 minutes it promises to be. Tiger basketball to start the fourth quarter. They trail by 2. We are underway. Score of the third quarter was 8-6 in favor of the Scarabs. Tigers will need at least to reverse that here in the fourth quarter to have a chance in this one. Josie pulls up from the baseline. Shot spins out, no good. Elizabeth got her hands on the rebound. She saves it to Kate. A tremendous effort play. Throws it back out. Elizabeth's going to try a three. Just off the mark, no good. Rebound by Broughton. She traveled. Had a little bit of indecision there and gave it back to USN. Kate Vaughn to throw it in. Tigers look to tie it up or possibly take the lead with a 3-point shot. They get it to Elizabeth. Elizabeth drives. Over to Josie. Josie drives. Her shot is good. And she's fouled. What a play from the senior to tie the score at 25. And she'll have one chance to give the Tigers another 1-point lead. Hush falls over the gymnasium. They all sense the significance of this free throw in a 25-25 game here in the fourth quarter. The free throw is short, but Margaret is free. Her putback is no good. Galassini's got the rebound this time. And here's Dalton sprinting the other way in a 2-on-3. She tries to get it to Mondelli, but Mondelli wasn't facing the ball. Dalton touched it standing on the baseline, and so the Tigers get it back with another chance to take the lead. Here's Uma getting it to Margaret. Margaret to Elizabeth. Back to Uma. Uma pulls the trigger from 3. It comes up short. Mondelli with a rebound. Mondelli elects to settle it down. Gets it over to Brault. Brault takes one dribble in. Her shot, no good. Tigers unable to clear anybody out and are fortunate to get a couple of misses from SCA. They've got the ball now. Elizabeth tries to win the race up the sideline, and she draws a foul in doing so.
Foul is called on number 0, Adeline Brault. That's her.
Tessa Chomsky will check in, replacing Kate. Score remains tied, 6:44 left. Tessa calling for it at the foul line. She catches a pass there. Margaret now wants it on the wing, and she's got it. Here's Elizabeth attacking the lane, kicking it out. Elizabeth's got it at the elbow, throws it out to Chomsky. Chomsky for 3. Just a little bit too strong, no good. Mondelli with a rebound. She went to the floor, and they're going to get a foul on Elizabeth, which will be her fourth, putting her in peril of fouling out of the contest. Kate Vaughn starts to head to the scores table and then settles down. They're going to give Elizabeth one more possession, it appears, with the 4 fouls. Here is Brault dribbling over to the left side. Margaret cuts her off there. Flashing through the lane is Galassini. She throws it out to Vaughn. Vaughn is fouled by Margaret McKay.
Fouls on Margaret McKay. That's her second, team second.
So we're going to have 3 shots from Dalton Vaughn in a tied game. 6:10 left. First free throw is good. Dalton was 2 for 2 from the line earlier. Now extends her performance to 3 for 3. Second free throw gets the roll. Kate Vaughn checks back in, placing Elizabeth.
Kate Vaughn checks back in for the tie.
Scarabs lead 27-25. 6:10 left. Dalton's third free throw is too strong, and Josie has the rebound. Dalton's unable to get a hand on it. And here comes USN the other way. They trail by 2. Tessa and Uma with a couple of passes back and forth. Uma with a little bit of an unclean handle, but gets it back. Tessa got it to Uma, but Uma traveled. Thought about pulling the trigger, thought twice, stepped 3 times. Two-point lead for the Scarabs. 5:45 left. They're going to get an offensive foul on Brault, and that is her 4th of the game. So each side now with 1 player in some foul trouble with 5:45 left in regulation time. Lynch is going to check back in for Brault. Tiger basketball. They trail 27-25. Tigers need to get the ball a little bit closer to the basket. They do with Kate Vaughn. Nice pass to Josie. Josie scores again. So all 4 of the Tiger points in the 4th quarter are due to Josie Whelan, and she ties the score once again at 27. Tessa Chomsky nearly had a steal. Instead, it's Mondelli getting it over to Lynch, and it's poked out of bounds by Uma. Mondelli to throw it in. Scarabs seem a little unsure what the play is, but they get the ball to Dalton in the half-court set. Now Lynch, dribbling to her left, took at least 7 steps, and the official saw 3 of them. Tiger basketball over on the sideline. Uma will throw it in to Tessa, and I predict Tessa will pass it back. I was correct. Score remains tied, 27 apiece. We're down to 5 minutes. Great screen from Josie. She rolls to the basket. Meanwhile, Uma pulls the trigger. How did it not go down? Kate with a rebound. Her shot was blocked. Looked like there might have been a foul. No call. That 3-pointer looked like it could do anything but miss. But it did. And Mondelli scores on the other end. Scarabs pressing a little bit, but the Tigers break it. Margaret catches at the elbow. Uma with the ball, working against Lynch. Tessa was looking for Margaret, but there were a lot of arms in that passing lane. Thought better of it. Now Tessa with the ball finds Josie. Josie's attacking. There was a bit of a poke check there. They got it out of her hands, and the Scarabs have it back. 4:15 left. Regulation time, 29-27. In favor of SCA, Yvonne Thomas heads to the scorer's table. High screen from Lynch. Dalton throws it to Galassini. Galassini looking for Amaya Keji. Amaya Keji catches and shoots a fadeaway short. No good. Josie with a rebound. She outlets to Uma. Inside 4 minutes now. Margaret catches at the foul line. Josie is open, but she has to throw it back out. Here's Kate Vaughn for 3 in the lead. No. Dalton with a rebound. Dalton waits for the defenders to clear, crosses half court. Uma's with her all the way. They throw it to Galassini. Galassini looking things over. Josie has her well defended all the way. Mondelli with the ball working against Tessa. She drives the baseline, and her shot is good. So Mondelli with 2 consecutive baskets gets the Scarabs in front, 31-27. Coach Olson calls for time. Full timeout for USN. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in regulation. St. Cecilia 31, USN 27.
Full timeout called by the Tigers.
(31-27) SCA. USN looks to solve the Scarab defense. Yvonne catches it on the block, throws it back to Josie. Josie fakes right, pulls up, and scores again. 31-29, just what the Tigers needed coming out of the timeout. SCA with a 2-point lead and the basketball. It's Lynch to Galassini. Back to Lynch. Elizabeth got a hand on it, but it went right to Amanda Kedji, and she scores. Scarabs by 4, 2 minutes 45 left. Josie to Yvonne. Margaret was open, but no longer. The pass is swatted out of bounds by Dalton, and the Tigers will keep it. 33-29. Scarabs out in front. 2:35 left, regulation. Margaret to Elizabeth. Elizabeth over to Uma. Margaret catches at the foul line. Fires it over to Josie. Josie shoots again. Rattles out, no good. Galassini the rebound. The Scarab bench calling to slow the game down as well they might. It's a 4-point game with 2:15 left. Meanwhile, Dalton tries to split the defense, and she does. Lynch snaps it back out to Mondelli. She's going to try a deep three. It's going to be short, but Galassini has the long rebound. One dribble picks it up. Mondelli has it. And we got a 3-second violation.
3-second violation ball instead.
It's a tough break for St. Cecilia. They turn it over with 1:55 left. They have a 4-point lead, 33-29. Vaughn looks to get it across half court. She beats Dalton Vaughn to the sideline. She now gets to the baseline, and the pass is kicked out of bounds by Mondelli. Tigers will keep it. Really feels like a must-score possession from USN. Yvonne looks to throw it in. Now Uma catches. She's going to try a three. Short, no good. Long rebound to Crane. Crane looks to free herself. 3 defenders are there instead. It's Margaret McKay now. Her shot, no good. Uma sprints to the rebound and has it. Here's Josie throwing it low to Yvonne. Yvonne tries to make space. Her baseline is good. What a great move by Yvonne Thomas to free herself down in the low post, and it's a 2-point game. The Tiger supporters clattering their feet over in the stands. 1 minute and 15 seconds left in regulation. 33-31. St. Cecilia has the lead. Mondelli to throw it in. Margaret leaps in front of her to make it a challenge. And great defense by Margaret all the way. They're trying to prevent Mondelli from catching the ball. Dalton Vaughn has it. Elizabeth goes for a steal, doesn't get it. It's deflected. Now Galassini has it. She picks it up. Her pass gets to Mondelli. Mondelli may look to drive here. Instead, she dribbles back out. Working against Margaret, and they're going to get a hand check on Margaret, which is the third team foul on USN. 56.9 seconds
That's our third team's third.
are left in regulation time. Scarabs still lead by 2. Here's Vaughn working against Uma. Now Mondelli has it. She throws it forward to Galassini. Ball came loose for a moment, but the Scarabs keep it. Here's Dalton. And we have got a whistle. I think we got a timeout. 33-31, St. Cecilia, 43.9 left. .9 on the scoreboard. 33-31. Scarabs clinging to a 2-point lead. They throw it into Lynch. Margaret's got a steal. Her pass comes loose for a moment, but Elizabeth has it now. Tigers with a chance to tie or take the lead. Elizabeth runs the baseline and is fouled. That is the 4th team foul of the 4th quarter on St. Cecilia. Ralton checking back in with 33.7 seconds left. Any more fouls from St. Cecilia will send USN to the line. But time is precious and short now. Yvonne looks to get it in, has it to Josie. Josie looks to get a shot, instead passes out to Yvonne. Yvonne can't get anything up before a 3-second violation is called.
3-second violation on USN.
Tigers now pressuring. Can they get a steal? Josie nearly had one. It's just a full court man-to-man all the way. Brawl tries to free herself. They've got her tied up in the corner. Oh, and they call a foul. I can't believe it. The foul is on Margaret McKay and is the 4th of the 4th quarter. 16.7 seconds left. They lob it into Brault. Brault's pass is deflected but gets to Mondelli. Now Galassini has it. Gets it forward to Dalton. Clock running with 10 seconds. They've got to foul. The Mayakechi shot is no good. It's being stopped. We've got a jump ball. The possession arrow favors the Scarabs. Coach Olsen calls for time. There's 5 seconds left in regulation.
30-second timeout called by USN.
33-31 remains the score. Scarab basketball. And I'm sure that there's going to be a need to foul immediately upon catching the inbounds pass press. Tigers will do whatever they can do to force a turnover. The final furious instructions, and I don't mean furious in the sense of rage, but rather furious in the sense of intensity, come from Coach Olsen. And Scarabs look to get it in. They get it into Dalton with 5. They need to foul. They can't do it. And the ball game is over. The Tigers were unable to foul in the final 5 seconds. And the Scarabs run it out. It's a 33-31 win for St. Cecilia. Tough way to end for USN, but it was a great game. We certainly hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back for the boys' game on a separate stream in about 15 minutes. We'll hope to see you then.